All right, and we are back in the lobby bar for the week of October the 16th, 2023. Brian and Michaela here with you as always. And Michaela, last week, we had everyone mix up some pumpkin spice simple syrup, getting ready for fall. We're ready for fall. We're pretty basic around here at Drink the Movies slash Drink the Music. So we've been getting into our pumpkin spice lattes, our pumpkin cream cold brew. That's my favorite one. But I whipped up some pumpkin spice simple syrup last week. So go listen to that. It was equal parts water and molasses this go around, and some pumpkin pie spice there to get my syrup going. But I thought this week I would uh, mix up, kind of an old standard, but a little bit of a fall twist on it. And you could play around with this a little bit. But I thought this week in the lobby bar we would mix up a pumpkin spice old fashioned.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. I love that we're mixing something that is like old and classic with something that basic people like me really love. Because pumpkin spice, I feel like that is a indicator of who you are as a human, right? There are people who love it.
Mm.
There are people who
Hmm.
hate it. People are like, look, I do not enjoy tree bark or gourds. That's not my thing. And then there's some people who wait all year long for pumpkin spice to come out. And I'm one of those people. I definitely don't miss it when it leaves in like January, February, when the springtime happens. But because I've had my fill, but man, when the leaves start turning and everybody's dressed like a lumberjack, nothing beats some pumpkin spice. And to add that to the classic, like umptiousness of an old fashioned, I mean,
Hmm.
this is a recipe for something amazing.
That's right. Yeah, this is going to hit all of those fall notes. It's going to get you ready for, I don't know, any sort of like bonfire outdoor kind of thing you're doing here. And as fall gets going, it's going to be cooler in the evenings for sure. And this is going to hit the spot. So pull on your sweater and grab yourself a rocks glass and let's mix up one of these, Michaela. So just go ahead and take like a bar spoon's worth of your pumpkin spice simple syrup, put that into your glass. Give a nice two or three heavy dashes of an Angostura bitters. Something like that is going to offset that sweetness a little bit. Go ahead and put in a big old ice cube, and then you're going to top that. Now, since the pumpkin spice simple syrup is a little bit sweeter, and the pumpkin is that brighter flavor, I think that to pair with this, instead of using like a bourbon or blended whiskey, I think using like a nice higher percentage rye whiskey is going to be really nice because it's going to be nice and spicy to kind of offset those sweeter fall flavors there. So that's the whiskey I'm using is a nice rye whiskey here in this instance. Give that a stir, and then you can garnish this a couple of ways, Michaela. You can garnish it with an orange peel. That would certainly be appropriate. And the cherry, just like a classic one. You could go real like fall, like I don't know, like Thanksgiving themed, and do like a cinnamon stick in this if you wanted. You could do kind of anything you want, anything in those flavors. I think like a little like cranberry on a toothpick would be nice if you were feeling extra fancy. But any of those, I'm probably going to stick with just the orange for myself. But you can go a couple of different directions with that, and then yeah, sip and enjoy the fall flavors as they warm you with that rye whiskey, and then get you in the right mindset here, as it is almost pumpkin carving time around here in these parts. But what do you think about this pumpkin spice old fashioned? We've done a couple of riffs on the old fashioned here on Drink the Movies. What do you think about this one, Michaela?
I love it. I really like that I've gotten a lot more educated. Is that the right? Yes, that's the right term. I've gotten a lot more educated on bourbons and whiskeys and ryes and all of that. It's really largely through creating the old fashioned. And we talked about this a little bit a couple weeks ago on our in our lobby bar, going through and saying that the old fashioned is kind of the gateway cocktail if you're really getting into bourbons and whiskeys and things like that.
Mhm.
Making, if you go to a distillery or you go to a restaurant and you're, going to try something, or you're going to a bar, a cocktail bar to try a different flavor profile of liquor. This is really what a lot of people use as their standard, right?
Mhm.
Rather than just drinking it neat. This is really nice. I love the sweetness. I have to say, I think that this pumpkin spice kicks last year's pumpkin spice's butt with that molasses, because it adds that really like the syrupy mouthfeel, but not in like a sugary, uh, overkill way. It's just this extra kind of velvety unctuousness,
Mhm.
which even if you only use a bar spoon, that's going to really come through nice and brightly in this drink. I myself love the idea of a cinnamon stick in this with an orange peel, just because I think it's real pretty and it has that extra aromatics that I really enjoy.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. So give that a try. Or if you have something else good that you're cooking up with the pumpkin pie spice simple syrup, let us know. Send us that our way because we're going to be in need of some cocktails this week because this week is a celebration. Michaela, you and I have tickets to go see none other than Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour concert in theaters. Very excited about this. I didn't really know too much about it other than I saw that it was coming out and I saw that tickets sold out in like an hour. And I lucked into buying some tickets. Actually, I got on and looked, and there were some available. So we picked up some tickets. Now I'm starting to see pictures rolling in from people going out to see this. Apparently, there's like the Taylor Swift popcorn buckets and like a drink cup, and people are going nuts trying to get those. I don't know if they have those at our theater. I don't know what the line's going to look like. I don't know how much level of protection I'm going to need against people trying to like stampede me to get a popcorn bucket. But I don't know. Taylor Swift is queen of the world. We even talked about her here on Drink the Music back in episode 3. We mixed up that Starry Night Granita and talked about folklore. But looking forward to seeing Miss Taylor in action.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fact that I didn't have to spend $25,000 to get a ticket. I didn't have to wait in 18 hours of lines. So
Mm.
thanks for to the makers of the film or the biography or the concert. I guess I don't. That's not really a documentary. Thanks. I don't know how would we
I'm
say
not.
that?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if it's just going to be footage from the concert, if it's going to be kind of a mix like behind the scenes. I don't know if you remember there was the Beyonce documentary
Mm-hmm.
about her performance at Coachella, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A
I think
couple
so.
years
Yeah.
ago, which was kind of back and forth. It was showing like the preparation and the concert, and stuff kind of in tandem. And speaking of Beyonce, she was there for the premiere here of Taylor Swift, the Eras uh, showing, I guess. So that's pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, Michaela. Like you said, we didn't have to trudge out into the into the murky waters of
Yeah.
getting concert tickets out there,
Right.
which seems
Right.
to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the real question, Brian, is are we going to wear friendship bracelets? Are we going to like
Ooh.
how Swifty are we going to dress up as Swifties for Halloween when we go to this concert showing thing? Because I have a feeling that we will stick out like sore thumbs if we don't. So maybe we need to do a little bit of
Mm,
research, and that's
that's
where
true.
our listeners can come in and help us out, right? Whether you listen to us, if you're on our Patreon site or you're on our Discord server, if you would like to give us some advice. It's a few days away, this concert experience that we're going to. So we've got some time. Uh, any must do's, any must not do's, anything to help
Mm,
us get out of there alive, because I have a feeling
that's
um,
right. That's right.
Swifties cray
Our
cray.
Swifty
So
our Swifty etiquette needs to be put on full display here for sure. So let us know, yeah, what your favorite era is. If you have a favorite look, what we should be keeping our eye out for here as we go into this concert. Last week on the show, Michaela, we talked about Beck's morning phase. That was a really fun time. It was a really sort of ambient journey that we went on there with Beck, talking about this love loss. And this week we're going to be talking about love loss in a little bit more volatile fashion when we get into one of your favorites of all time, the one, the only, that's not true at all. There's been like 1,000 of these people, but the one and the only rumors lineup for Fleetwood Mac, I guess. Fleetwood Mac, Michaela, one of your all-time favorites. You sent me one of these albums here, so we're going to be talking about that on Patreon when we cover the Dance, the live album from them. But I have a feeling that you are pretty excited to tell me all about Fleetwood Mac.
I am very excited to tell you all about Fleetwood Mac and what all these songs mean, and talking about Lindsey Buckingham's picking style. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited about it. Yeah. I feel like it's been a really good balance of like songs and music that I was newly kind of exposed to, or stuff that I didn't know about. And so now we're going back to something that I actually knew and loved for probably, I don't know, 3/4 of my entire life. So I'm excited about it. Yes.
There you go. Absolutely, absolutely. So we've got that coming this week. Rumors is going to be on the main show. We're going to be talking about the dance with the cocktail over on our Patreon sites, www.patreon.com/drink the movies. That's the best place to go and get bonus content, extra cocktails, and support the podcast. So we appreciate all of our patrons over there. And then the following week, we're not going to be doing an album. Normally put it up to a vote. We're not going to be doing that because it is Halloween time, and we are a little bit blue, Michaela, because the SAG-AFTRA strikes. We had high hopes they were going to be done. We were going to be back talking about movies, but those fell through. So we are going to be sticking with music here for the time being. But we do have some Halloween episodes. You can go back and listen to episodes 45, 6, 7, and 8, and then 96, 7, 8, 9, and 100 are all of our Halloween themed episodes that we've done in the past. Go listen to those if you need a spooky movie fix. That's going to be the place to do that because we're going to be talking about music next week. And that means us putting together a compilation of our favorite Halloween/spooky season songs. That's going to be fun. Michaela, I think it's going to be an exercise, right? The Monster Mash, and then what? Then where do you go from there? I don't know, but we're
Right.
going to each pick a couple of songs, put them on this compilation playlist, talk through the songs, maybe listen to the songs. And if you're following us on any of our social medias, go ahead, get on there. I'm going to put up like some polls and stuff and let us know what your favorite Halloween season songs are. Maybe we'll throw those into the compilation mix for the episode as well. So, make sure you're following us at Drink the Movies on all the things you can follow us at. So, I don't know, Michaela, spooky season is upon us. You're getting ready to get in your car and travel again, which has basically been the theme for Drink the Movies here over the last couple of months for sure. So, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I got to rest. Taylor is going to take a lot out of me for sure. It's going to be a late night of singing and dancing. Probably not dancing from me, but maybe you. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we'll talk to
definitely for
everyone,
me.
and we'll talk to everyone next time in the lobby bar.